What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tony D 2 Wild checking in once again, back in the building from 2 Wild Guns, man. And we got the resilient suppressor Jolene S. So this is the Jolene S, and I've had this for a minute now, guys, like for a couple of months, doing a lot of shooting with it. Specifically, we've been running it on the MK12 Mini, my little build. It resembles the MK12 but in a shorter capacity with an 8.5-inch barrel. Mod O, you got the PRI tube on there, and it's running with a Rainier Arms barrel, Rainier Arms upper and lower, with the Akimo adapter, and you slide it on. It's pretty easy to get done. Now this is 300 Blackout, and this is a 7.62 can. So 7.62 meaning it can shoot, you know, 7.62, 308, and 300 Blackout. And specifically, even though it being a 7.62 can, technically you get a more quieter sound on a 300 Blackout can than running it on a 7.62 can, more so being ran on 308 or 7.62 by 51. With that said, this shot 300 Blackout extremely quiet for what I was expecting, and out of an 8.5-inch barrel as well. And she is amazing. Now the S, there is a full-length version, and then this is, I guess, the more shorter version, I would say, because I have paperwork here. Let me just take a quick look so I can compare the two myself, right? So the length on the regular Jolene is 9.125, and the Jolene S, which we have here, is 6.72. So there's two different versions. They're also known, Resilient is also known, of course, for their Putnik, which we'll be getting out a video on this one as well, which is another 7.62 can, mainly being run on a AK-47, but it does 5.56 extremely well as well. So with that said, some of the specs on here, the weight is 8.3 ounces. The diameter is 1.61 to 1.7. I would say, I guess, 1.61 being here, and then right around this area, it becomes a little bit bigger. Finish is a high temp Cerakote. Full auto rated, says no. And that's coming from Silencer Shop at least. Barrel restrictions, this is where I like it. 300 PRC, 300 Win Mag, 6.5 PRC, 270 Win, and 7mm mag. You're able to run it at a 22-inch barrel length. Now, 308, 6.5 Creedmoor, and 2.43 Win is a 14.5. 5.56, 223, 6.5 Grendel, and 6 Art, 11.5. 300 Blackout Supersonic is at 7. And then 300 Blackout at Subsonic is at 5. So that's where I jumped on it and went straight with the 300 Blackout, because obviously 7 inches on a 300 Blackout, that's pretty much everything that's available, pretty much, except for like a Rattler, which is a 6.75, which I might take the risk, but they say don't take the risk. But I might take the risk, okay? I might. They have 5 reviews on Silencer Shop, and they're 5 out of 5. And I think that is fully respected at the end of the day, man. This thing is extremely quiet. It did what it needed to do. Salutes to this suppressor, salutes to you. I would kiss it, but I ain't trying to get lead poisoning. But this thing burnt the hell out of my hand too on accident. So make sure you understand that. Don't touch any suppressor or get hot. I accidentally touched it on accident, thinking that it had cooled down. I was doing something. That's just a side note. I just had to throw that out there because this suppressor got some skin cells somewhere on it. But I put 1,000 rounds through it easily. Took it all, no issues whatsoever. The setup is nice. It, of course, is hub compatible, I would say, right? For the most part, because it runs the Akimo. It was able to run Plan B, a lot of other thread adapters on it, so went on extremely easy as well. Let me go ahead and attach it to this. This is how she looks overall, and like I said, man, I was extremely impressed with how well she performed. I was shooting mainly supersonics, and it was doing a good job with that suppression overall. A little, I didn't even notice gas at the same time, but I'm just speaking on the suppressor itself. It's going after more so suppression of sound and flash rather than back pressure. Like, this isn't like a back pressure can or anything. So expect there might be more gas than a back pressure can at the end of the day with this one. But that's not what I was going in for this. Overall, though, I really do like it. I'm learning more about suppressors and suppressor technology, so this is all just like a journey for me. But with that said, this thing is very, very solid, and I think they're very underrated. The price point on these are right at a great price point for what you get as well, and especially for the quality build on this. This is a very solid suppressor, as well as the company as a whole. So the Putnik will be another one that we're going to be doing as well. She's not as heavy as she looks, but she's a big old thing out there. You feel me? No diddy. But I think they're making some good suppressors out there. They have some 9mm suppressors as well. This is their 7.62. This is their 7.62. As I stated before, this thing can attach straight on directly to your AK-47, AK-103s with, I think, I'll put it down here, okay? I'm gonna put the thread pitch, 'cause I always forget it. I'm not a good AK thread pitch guy, but you can pretty much just directly screw that straight on, but you can also run your adapters if you want to run your chemos or whatever. You can do that also as well, because it comes with, like, I think a direct mount as well as a mount that will go straight on the AK, and then if you take that out, you can run it with the adapter that you can put on any other type of end cap. So this one also well slept on. Silencer Shop, check them out as always. This one came before that. Like, this one actually came directly from Resilient, so these are directly from them. And I really don't have any issues with them whatsoever. I've been running these. If you go check out the Mark 12 review we did on this gun, that's how I've had it for that long, and then probably an additional 3 months as well. So I've still been shooting it, still been using it, and she's definitely well worth than what compared to a lot of other suppressors out there that charge way more for less than half of what you're getting. It's a bang for the buck. But if you have any questions, feel free to let me know down below in the comment section as always. And I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And I'm going to see y'all on the next one. I'm out. Peace.